everyone. Welcome to Kitty Rising, where we use the tool of tarot to rise above and live our most abundant lives. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Pick a deck reading today, and also some items around each deck to help you use your intuition to see which reading is for you. So today's reading is messages from your future self. So your future self, a few years from now, unless something else comes through, I'm setting the intention that this is your future self, like 2 to 5 years from now, what messages they have for you, maybe some guidance. We're going to see what your future self wants you to hear today. So we have 3 groups to choose from. This will be group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So use your intuition, see which deck or which item on the deck is calling to you. You can even take a look at the timestamps below. The numbers maybe will help you decide which reading is for you. There is no wrong answer. Go with what feels right. Follow your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, group number 1. Chose this deck here along with orange calcite. So right away, I feel like your future self is calling you to pursue your creative passions now. Don't keep putting off something that you've been wanting to do, saying you'll get there one day. Your future self wants you to start sooner, because maybe in a few years you'll regret not doing something sooner because you love it so much and it brings you so much joy. This could be any sort of creative thing. Maybe some of you guys want to write, want to paint, want to do any sort of hobby that inspires you. Maybe you want to create a social media channel of some sort, start a healing business or tarot reading even. Whatever it is for you, your future self wants you to start that creative project, that creative hobby now, and not keep putting it off, because it's going to bring you so much joy and happiness. And for some of you, it can even end up being prosperous, like financially. But either way, it's definitely going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. And it's something that you keep saying you'll do later. So that's how you'll know what this is. And it definitely seems to have something to do with creativity here. Interesting. So thank you so much for being here, group number 1. Thank you to your guides, to my guides, for assisting with the reading today. We're going to get some charms before we get into the cards. What does the future self of group number 1 have to say? What messages do you have today? What do we got here? Oh, we've got 5 here. The first thing that jumps out to me is the butterfly. There is major transformation coming for you within the next few years. And the mermaid could have to do with creative opportunities here. So I feel like there's definitely this message of following your creative hobbies, following your passions. And yeah, if you feel like you've been stuck in like the caterpillar, the chrysalis phase, you're about to really break free from that. And you're going to have so much freedom, so much transformation, so much beauty coming into your life. Yeah, a lot of creativity. Some of you, is this a scorpion or is this a lobster? Well, okay, so we have, it's a lobster, I think. It has these claws. I don't know, but I saw a Scorpio, like scorpion when I first looked at this, and it possibly is. So we definitely have some Scorpio energy. Some of you could be Scorpio or have that in your top 3 or heavily present in your chart. This might not be you, but I know my Pluto is in Scorpio, and Pluto represents transformations. And I think that popped into my head because I see there is a lot of transformation for you, especially because we have the frog as well. The frog and the butterfly both can represent major transformations, metamorphosis. There's a lot of change. I feel like you're really in this cocoon type stage, tadpole type stage, and soon you're about to really transform your life. There's a lot more freedom, and I'm seeing a lot more financial freedom within the next 2 years for you with this diamond here. Some of you guys could be getting married, especially those who are single, or no matter what your situation is, there's definitely marriage in your future. But I'm also seeing with the diamond prosperity and abundance. And also with the Scorpio, I feel like there's like this creative thing that wants to come through. I feel like it's something you've been keeping to yourself. And once you share it with the world, that's when you're really going to feel fulfilled. And also, this could bring in a lot of money and transform your life in a really positive way. Wow. So I'll kind of push these together, and we'll keep these here to see how they fit in with the rest of your reading too. But it looks like life is really about to transform for you within the next few years. And I feel like there's this message to pursue your creative passions and whatever it is you've been wanting to do sooner. So maybe this abundance and transformation can come even sooner. Your higher self wants you to know. But there's definitely positive transformation coming for you. What? Future self, group number 1. What messages do you have for group number 1? What messages do you have for group number 1? We have the Hermit. Yeah, you're being really called to study whatever it is you've been wanting to do. You know, this could have to do with this creative passion. Maybe some of you guys have been wanting to take classes, get a coach, learn some new skill. And, you know, we have Virgo energy coming through here. So you could be a Virgo, but really I feel like Spirit wants you to listen to your intuition, follow that hobby, and learn and dedicate yourself to it. Put time and effort into it. What is it you want to learn? What is it you want to explore? Take some time to dive into that. Or some of you that could be also in that hermit mode, like you've been learning all the things, you've been doing all the work, the inner work and all that stuff, and you know what you need to do next, but you're still staying in that hermit mode, and your future self is telling you now it's time to spread your wings and fly. It's time to jump out of that water. It's time to expand your world and implement what you've learned. Because I feel like, yeah, a lot of you probably have already been reading things, learning things you've been wanting to do. You have an idea of where you want to go, but you keep putting it off because you say you're too busy or like it's too expensive, whatever it is. But your future self is really calling you to take some action with what it is you've learned, what it is you want to do. Because you know, your intuition knows, you've been doing that inner work. You know your true desires, I feel like. You know, and it's time to follow that light, follow that call, and go after that. And again, there's also that message, it could be the first step is to learn the skill, to take the class, to read the book. Spirit, what does the future self of group number 1 have to say? What messages does future self have? The 3 of Wands. This is a card of manifestation. Oftentimes it's like seeing your ships roll out. It's like implementing what it is you want to do. Like the 2 of Wands, which you don't have out here, but the card before this is the planning phase. It's like thinking about what you want to do. And again, I feel like that's the phase you're currently in. And I keep saying higher self, your future self is calling you to take the action, to put in the work, and you really will manifest whatever it is you're trying to achieve here. Marriage, money, prosperity, like your own business, some creative endeavor, whatever it is, or all of the above. Your future self is saying now is the time to implement that, to take action, and you will be rewarded and you will benefit from it. It will be successful. A lot of you guys could be seeing birds or feathers or a lot of synchronicities. That your future self, your angels really letting you know that you are on the right track. And this will work for you. This triangle is really sticking out to me. I feel like you have all the right pieces you need to implement this, for it to work out. You've got like the knowledge, the passion, and now you just need this last piece is like the action. And when you put this action in, that is when things are really going to take off for you. You're going to start to see your manifestations come into your reality. I'm currently reading a book, Numerology and the Divine Triangle, which made me think maybe numerology is something that could be really helpful for you. And in numerology, the number 3 is the number of creativity, but also community. So some of you might be, I think, are being called by your higher self to come out of hermit mode and to form a community, to meet like-minded people, to meet friends, to start dating, whatever it is. That like part of your reality in the future is you have more of a community. Some of you guys will be married, but there's also friendship, colleagues, all of that. And yeah, there's a lot more community, a lot more creativity, a lot more communication going on in the future here. And I think through your relationship with others comes your future success. Spirit, what does the higher or the future self of group number 1 have to say? The High Priestess. Yeah, so you guys may have been ignoring your intuition and the synchronicities and the signs that you've been getting to follow your passions, follow this path that's coming through here. You have some Pisces energy. So you guys, yeah, may really, wow, and the moon's on the bottom here. I feel like you guys are very intuitive. Some of you guys really may be wanting to pursue something in the spiritual, esoteric, healing fields. Maybe you're wanting to learn astrology, tarot, be a healer, do Reiki. Maybe even do something with animals. You're feeling pulled to do something because it's part of your path. And I feel like you might just think it's silly or not practical, but it's part of your path here, and your intuition is leading you there. And your future self is saying, it's time to listen to your intuition. And again, when you'll eventually get there, but your future self is like, why waste time being in a situation or in a lifestyle you're not satisfied with? So they're really letting you know this information that it's time to listen to your intuition and follow that inner calling, so you can get to this desired reality, this future quicker, where you're feeling more freedom, definitely financial freedom's coming, but also, yeah, creative freedom and time freedom, fulfillment, total transformation of your life. What else, Spirit? We have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's this energy of lately of you're being indecisive. Your future self is saying it's time, to make decisions, because again, this procrastination, this lack of decision making is just pushing your ideal future further and further away. So the more you take action and make decisions now, the quicker you'll get to this reality and manifest whatever it is you're trying to at this time. Sorry, I know I keep moving things around when it's the first reading. I'm not sure how everything will line up. Spirit, what else? The higher self, the future self. I keep saying that. It's like, I feel like there's a whole group of people here communicating with you right now, that are with you right now. Your future self is your higher self. Then we have the Emperor in reverse. Yes. Your future self wants you to take action, to be disciplined, to go after your dreams, make it happen, instead of being in this hermit mode, indecisive mode. And there is a time and place for hermit mode, to do that learning, the introspection, to get that clarity on what it is you want and what it is, you need to heal and all of that. But I feel like you've already done that step. And your future self is like, okay, now it's the time for decisions and actions and forward momentum. We have some Aries energy coming through here. And we have 10 of Swords reversed on the bottom. So this is the end of a difficult time. I feel like you've done the healing work. You've been in this energy, and your future self wants you to know you are healed and whole, and things are really improving. Like, you're not going to be in the stuck energy forever. You aren't. Things are really about to transform for you. There's all this freedom. You're not going to be chained down, stuck by these limiting beliefs, by the fears, by the doubts, by the indecision, whatever it is, the tough times, the traumas that have been going on in your life that have been making you feel stagnant and stuck in that cocoon phase. Your future self wants you to know that that is coming to an end. Your life is really about to transform in a beautiful way, like major transformation, because we have the butterfly and the frog here. And with like the mermaid, I feel like it's like your wildest dreams will come true. Something you thought was just a fantasy is going to be a reality. And your future self is very happy right now. And they want you to be in that state sooner. And the way to do so is definitely through decisions and action. Listening to your intuition. Kind of stepping into your masculine a little bit more. Like, you have the creative energy, I see. You know, you have the ideas and stuff like that, but we need that masculine energy. We both have feminine and masculine. I feel like you guys know that, but just to clarify in case. And I feel like you just need to step into the masculine action a little bit more so you can implement these creative ideas and make them, you know, and it could be anything, even just coming up with a plan to increase your abundance so you have more freedom to follow your passions or to do your side business, whatever it is. This is a general reading, so it'll be different for each of you. But let's get some more cards here. Future self of group number 1. What do you have to say? Let's take these 2 cards here. Follow the stream. Dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. Yes, dedication is definitely sticking out to me. And follow the stream is making me think, follow your intuition. Trust that your intuition, that your future self, your higher self are guiding you to the right place. You know, it might just be like a little stream right now, just a few ideas in things you want to do, but it can really turn into something like very prosperous, into rivers, into oceans. It can bring you so much joy and beauty, and like just following one idea now can lead to so many others, so many other creative ideas, or just so much abundance. Dedication is really what's sticking out here. Your future self really wants you to commit, to dedicate yourself to your dreams, to your highest good, to whatever it is you want to achieve, and taking action on it, however small, every single day. And that is when things will really just flow and open up and expand for you. And then we have the Pearl. Wow. Alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. The reward at the end is what's sticking out to me. In alchemy, your life is about to transform. And something with alchemy is making me think of transmutation, which maybe you've been going through painful things and you can transmute that into your art, into whatever it is you create in this world, even helping others. But your future self wants you to know the hard work, the dedication you put in now will lead to such a high reward. Again, we see financial freedom, creative freedom, total transformation here. Your dreams becoming reality, your wildest dreams. Future self of group number 1, what messages do you have today? What do you want to share? Ooh. Interesting. We have Saturn and Scorpio, 8th house, inheritance. Let's get another card. That castle, that labyrinth. Is that a labyrinth there? But what I'm seeing is maybe some of you guys really have inherited some amazing abilities from your ancestors. That's why we're thinking of this healing that's coming through, you know, the alchemy. Yeah, psychic gifts, creative gifts. And you have such skill to share, and I feel like you barely tapped into it, maybe because of fears or just saying I'll get into that later, and just not making the choice or feeling overwhelmed for whatever reason. On the bottom of the deck, we have resourcefulness. Yeah, you could be resourceful. You can make time. Your future self is like, you have the time, you have the resources, you can make it happen. You just have to decide to. Trust, dedication. Remember, there is a reward at the end. Delayed gratification. Saturn's all about delayed gratification. And I see that castle there. I feel like there is a lot of prosperity coming for you. Some of you guys could be inheriting a property from a family member, and also some money too in the future. Wow. The moon in Pisces, 12th house, empathy. Yes, you're very empathic. Wow, you guys are clairaudient. Your future self wants you to know you are really going to be tapping into your clairaudience. We had all these birds here, and now we have a bird coming up to your ear. Yes. And you do have a special relationship with animals. That was coming through earlier too, and it's being confirmed as well. But also, moon in Pisces, and the high priestess here in the center of the ring reverse. You are very empathic, very psychic, very intuitive, and that is part of your purpose and your abilities and your gifts that you have. And your future self wants you to start tapping into that, because it's definitely part of your future and part of this creative thing, this hobby, this whatever, you know, whatever this energy in the beginning that you want to follow. It has to do with that. You know, and also like really tapping into your intuition and really getting in touch with your higher self, with your clairs, especially your clairaudience, will really help transform your life. Because when you start to trust your intuition and really tap in, you will always be guided. You already are always guided, but it's hard to hear over all the mind chatter which has been going on. So when you clear that chatter, like we saw you will with the 10 of Swords in reverse that came out, you're going to let go of all those limiting beliefs, the racing mind, whatever it is, and you're going to really be in touch and really follow your inner compass, your intuition, and it's going to lead you to such amazing things. Yes. Some of you may be adopting an animal. You definitely have connection to animals. You could be getting a new dog. I see a cat too, maybe even working with birds, but there's definitely a strong connection with animals here with your future self. I feel like you guys really can communicate somehow with animals, like you're a healer in that way. But also you are going to have an animal companion. If you don't already, there is one coming through here. You could also have an animal that has passed on. That is one of your spirit guides right now. Oh gosh, I like felt that strongly. And I feel like you guys could be sad about that recently. Makes me want to cry. But they're still with you in spirit. Okay, so let's get 2 more. We have Mercury in Taurus, 2nd house, resistance. So I feel like, you know, we definitely have Taurus energy coming through. And sometimes with Taurus energy, it could be hard to get started. But once you get going, you'll really stick with it. I feel like a lot of you guys have been resisting your intuition and resisting these changes. But your future self wants you to know, once you implement these changes and start working on yourself, working on your goals every day, like we've been talking about, you won't be able to stop. Because first of all, you're following your intuition and following your passion, so you're going to want to do it, and it's going to feel good to do it. So just getting started is the hardest part, and your future self is like, you got this, you can do it. Just dedicate whatever time it is a day. You know, maybe it is learning something to do with your psychic gifts, taking an online course, getting a tarot deck, but it could be anything. It doesn't have to be that specifically. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and apply the messages to your current situation, to your life as applicable. But what else, Spirit? Optimism, the moon in Sagittarius, 9th house. Yes, life is really about to be so beautiful for you. And I know right now for some of you, in certain areas of your life, it may be difficult, but your future self, your future self wants you to know to keep your head up, to remain positive. Everything is about to transform and improve for you. You will have the freedom to travel. There's definitely more money coming in the future through your passions, and also for a lot of you could be inheriting in some sort of way as well. And even with the second house here, Taurus, there is definitely abundance and a lot of happiness here. So everything will be worth it. Maybe you guys are already in this time of putting in that effort, putting in that inner work, doing the shadow work, doing all the things. And sometimes that's difficult, and your future self wants you to know it is all worth it. There's a huge reward waiting for you. And to get there quicker, again, taking actions, making decisions, dedicating time every day to your goals. And that will be what transforms your life. That dedication, sticking to things, doing it every single day, even if it's only for 15 minutes, that is how you get results, and that's how you will transform your life. And life is just getting better and better for you, my beautiful group number ones. Wow. So that concludes your reading, messages from your future self. I hope this reading resonated. I hope you got the messages, the guidance you needed at this time. If you did get value from this reading, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can at kittyoutsidethebox.com. That is linked in the description. But I am so grateful you're here. I wish you all the best. I love you so much, group number one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome, group number two, to your reading. Messages from your future self. You chose this deck here and this shell. So right away, I'm getting this message from your future self that there is healing happening. Some of you guys may be dealing with something, and you will be healed. And there's this message: you are not broken. You are not broken. Things will heal and improve for you. Some of you guys may live by the water in the future, especially if that is something you have been wanting. I feel like water is very healing for you. You could have a lot of water in your chart, or also alternatively, you may lack water. So you may be called to live by bodies of water and find that you feel way better and more balanced when you are by bodies of water. That is true for me personally, but that is what's coming through from your future self as well. Being by water is part of your future, whether this is you live there full time, or you may even be in a place where you have a summer home or a lake house or something, or you're able to travel and spend time by the water. But water is definitely a part of your future, and there's a lot of healing in your future. I feel like your future self is showing up from further down the road than the last reading. Maybe 10 years or so, we'll see, but it seems more distant than 2 years or so. It seems more like 10 years, so we'll see what comes through though. So before we get into the tarot, we're gonna get some charms. So thank you so much for being here, group number two. Thank you to your guides, to my guides, to your future self for assisting with the reading today. What messages do you have for group number two, future self for group number two? What messages do you have? What do you have to say? Let's see what we have here. Wow, is this okay? At first I thought, I think we have two mermaids. That's significance. And also, where do mermaids live? The water. Wow, yeah, water is very significant here. We have two mermaids. And also, mermaids have to do with creativity. The water is really coming through here. And then we have the mask. Huh. We have a fork. And bird. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a lot of travel in your future. You're really going to be spreading your wings and flying. The fork is interesting. But the mask, I feel like your future self wants you to take off any masks. It's so common. I mean, we all have them, still have them. We put these on because we want to fit in with society, with our family, with our friends, whoever it is. We want to feel loved and accepted. And through our childhood and adulthood, we just really end up wearing these masks, and it keeps us from being our true, authentic self. And I feel like your future self wants you to know that, these masks will come off, but they're calling you to do this sooner, to embrace your weirdness I'm seeing, because with your uniqueness, because we have this mermaid energy, which has to do with creative abilities. Also, it's unique and different, and I feel like you're just really meant to embrace what makes you, what makes you special, instead of hide it. Your future self wants you to do that. I'm curious I can't remember what the fork means specifically. I'm feeling like when I see this though, is that there's more abundance coming in your life. Like you're going to be able to go out to eat more, enjoy the luxuries of life, like travel and going out to eat, maybe even going to the theater more, spending time by the water. I feel like in 10 plus years, maybe even sooner, but definitely in your future, you're going to be well off to enjoy your whatever pleasures you indulge in, whatever you like the most. And I really feel like it's vacations, travel is included in that, going out to eat, yeah, spending time at the theater if you're into that. Interesting. Let me see if I can get, I don't know if this is, I have a little list here. So in this, one of I combined two of my charm bags, and this one says the mermaid means the conscious mind. Interesting. The conscious mind. I don't see a fork in this one. I think that's the only one from that specific deck, but okay. I feel like it's making your dreams conscious in your reality. I feel like you've been masking and not allowing your true dreams and true desires to come out. You haven't been following those. You've been masking them. And it's time to really dig in and do what makes you happy. I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of freedom. Let's get some tarot out now to expand on this. Some of you guys may feel like you're in a fork in the road, like you're not really sure where to go next or what to do. And your future self wants you to follow your intuition, follow your heart, and not ask other people what they think you should do. Ask yourself. Go within. You know what's best for you. And I feel like there's been a lot of emphasis on going to other people with your problems, asking other people what you should do, going on forums, whatever it is, calling your parents, your friends. But really, the only right answer is the one you come up with from yourself. So whatever's going on in your life, ask yourself. There's been a lot of emphasis on going to other people and not doing what's true to you, letting other people influence your decisions, your life path, everything. And your future self wants you to start, going within more. Future self of group number 2, what messages do you have? We have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, which is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this represents earth sign. You may be an earth sign or have a lot of earth present in your chart or just earth issues going on. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your future self wants you to invest in yourself more, to invest in whatever it is you want in this world. Again, this could have to do with what we were just talking about. Maybe you guys are wanting to study something new, wanting to go after a new job, wanting to start a side business, wanting to buy something, but you ask other people before you do it, and then it alters your decision and it alters what is truly right for you. So if you are wanting to do something, if it feels right to you, then it is right. You don't need other people's approval. Your future self really wants you to start tapping into just what is good for you and not always going to external sources for validation, for answers, because you have all the answers within you. And your life is really going to shift when you start really tapping into your intuition, to your higher self, to your true self, and not caring what other people think as much. What messages do you have for group number 2, future self? And we have Prince of Swords. So interesting, the princess and the prince. I wonder if that's because they're this is a feminine card and this is a masculine. But anyways, this could be an air sign. So air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be the Knight. I think this is about either way. Sorry, I'm just getting some messages here. There might be impulsivity here. Like we have that message coming through about asking other people what to do, or even being impulsive with things with the Prince of Swords. I feel like your future self really wants you to slow down and go within. That seems to be a big message here. Like practicing meditation, spending time in nature, going on walks, breath work could be really good for you. You're definitely your future self is someone who is really into like well-being and all this. So their life is like they're very healthy, and I feel like they're a lot older than you are right now. The one coming through, I don't know. That's just the energy I'm picking up on. But they have a lot of energy, and maybe even more than you do so right now. And I feel like it's because they let go of the masks and started living authentically, and that just like took a load of stress off of them. And also they make healthier decisions. They invest in themselves. And they want you to recognize this now so you can start feeling better sooner. You might not even realize that the pressure that other people's opinions and all this stuff going on around you could have on you. Living life unauthentically, like having a job you despise, not having a creative outlet you want. When you start to do things that are aligned with you, you're going to feel so good, so creative, so healthy, so happy. And your future self wants you to know, like, you're not like broken or weird or different. Like, you are different. We're all different, but you might feel like things are broken in your life, that nothing's working out. And your future self wants you to know certain things don't work out because they weren't aligned with you. And your future self, God's source, is trying to align you with your true path, because when you are aligned, you're going to feel really good. You're going to feel inspired, healthy, your vitality will be high. Let's see what cards came out here. Wow, we have another Prince card in the fire. Here we have fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we have the 5 of Swords in reverse here, which is defeat in reverse. Okay, let's get one more. Oop, too many. Wow, no, this is interesting. That just flipped over. So look we have 3 princes and we have every suit out here. And some are in reverse and some are upright. So what I'm getting from this, from your future self, is there's an imbalance here. I feel like you have a lot of ideas. Your mind is really quick, and emotionally and creatively, you're doing okay. But there's something here with not following your passions and not feeling very abundant at this time. Feeling like there's a lack of fun, of passion, a lack of money or satisfaction with material things in your life. But you have all these ideas. You're very creative. But it's like you haven't been following your passions, and I feel like it's starting to take a toll on your body. Sometimes the Pentacles in reverse could have to do with that. You know, you might be like, why am I feeling tired? Why am I feeling off? And because nothing specifically might be wrong, but you've been feeling like defeated, or just, I don't know, low libido came through, but just like a lack of energy overall. And it's because things are out of alignment here. But your future self wants you to know you are overcoming this. And they're mostly here today to help you move forward from this and recognize any imbalances here. Especially those of you who have been feeling low energy and not feeling very healthy, which makes sense because one of the first things I was picking up on is that you are going to be healing. And I feel like some of the ways to heal are definitely to spend time in water, around water, to make sure you're drinking enough water, to make time for play and passion, to invest in yourself. You might be like, I'm too busy to work out, I'm too busy, or it's too expensive to eat well. There's excuses going on here, and where there's a will, there's a way. Your future self says you can figure this out. And especially those of you who have been dealing with financial issues, your future self is very abundant and well off. So investing a little bit, like, in whatever it is, for, maybe eating healthier, not getting fast food, sleeping more, all that stuff, it will pay off. Your future self wants you to heal and chill out and know that everything is going to be okay. You're not defeated. You might be going through something right now and feel like life is just so hard and everything sucks, but things really are going to move forward for you. Yeah, some of you guys might have a lot of air and a lot of water in your charts too. Interesting, okay. Yeah, your future self is really calling in the idea of balance and letting go of things that aren't aligned with you, and that'll just feel so good. And the way to know that something's aligned with you is it lights you up, it brings you joy. You feel happy when you're doing it. I mean, of course, there's times when you won't always, but generally you should feel good with the relationships around you. You should feel happy around the people around you. And if they don't bring you joy, it's time to let them go. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this. Yeah, in the future, you won't be dealing with people who are kind of narcissistic and mean and angry. They'll be more emotionally available, more committal. So there's no need to settle for anyone that gives you anything less than respect, love. There's no need to go with anyone like that. I feel like there's been someone in your life that's been mean and a bully, whether this is a friend, a partner, a boss, whatever it is. Your future self wants you to know that you are so much more worthy. You're worthy of way more than that. Don't settle. There is so much beauty and abundance and good, positive relationships in the future. And I feel like there's some relationship in your life right now that your future self wants you to get out sooner than later, because there could be more pain coming from this relationship, and they're trying to bring you less pain. That's not necessary. So think about that as a friend, maybe a romantic partner, someone in your life that, you're just hoping they'll change and get better, or for whatever reason, you keep them around. Your future self wants you to know, like, they'll eventually be gone and there's so much better on the other side, that there could be a lot less pain endured if you cut off this relationship. And again, it will be with someone that you know is, like, when you really look at it, they're not really committal. They ghost you, they're mean to you, they kind of have narcissistic tendencies. They're a bully, they're a taker. There's people coming in that are emotionally available, that will offer you love that you need, that support you. So why waste any more time with this person? Because they're not going to be your forever person or forever friend. Anyways, your future self is saying. And they're saying they're not trying to be, it might sound like they're being rough by saying like they're not for you, that's not going to work out, but they're doing this to protect you, to not have as much pain as they have endured. Wow, this came out in the last group. Follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. Your future self wants you to trust that things will get better, and dedicate yourself to your healing, to your betterment. A lot of you may already be on this path of healing. I know in my community, we're watching tarot readings. We're working on ourselves. We're in touch, but keep going. It will be worth it. Dedicating yourself to your highest good, to working through those masks. And again, I feel like a lot of you could be currently doing that, doing shadow work, therapy, whatever it is. And trusting that there's better relationships for sure. More abundance, more happiness. There is healing on the way. So keep going. You will be healed. You will be whole. And your future self wants you to know that. Wow, these same two cards came out in the last group. Alchemy, the reward at the end. From grit to grace. Things will be rewarding. You're going to transmute the pain you've been experiencing. And there's a lot of beauty to come. Yeah, there's so much healing coming for you. Let me put this here. Spirit, future self of group number 2, what messages do you have? This is weird. A lot of the same things. We have Jupiter. No, actually, this was the card of the day. It wasn't in the last reading. It doesn't matter. Jupiter in Capricorn, 10th house. Discipline. You guys have these dreams. You want to expand your world. You want there's definitely travel coming in your future. That's for sure. But a lot of you may want a better career, more abundance. And the way to get this is by having discipline, by grounding your dreams into reality and really taking action on them every day. It's really clear through your reading, like dedicating yourself to what you want and taking time every day. And you really will like have alchemy here. You're going to transmute whatever struggles you've been having in your life. You're going to have all these rewards, but there's more control, more discipline needed. Your future self wants you to know more discipline, so taking action on your goals, taking action on your health. For some reason that keeps coming through, like the drinking the water, moving your body, whatever it is that you're needing, dedicating yourself to your health, to your well-being, to the betterment of your life. And when you stay disciplined to that and don't settle for less, your life is going to transform. And the quicker it will happen is if you have control and you don't go back to people that treated you bad. Take what resonates. Wow, devotion. Yeah, there's definitely an energy here of devoting yourself to your betterment, to whatever it is you believe in. And I feel like you really will be bringing balance into your life because we have the sun and the moon here. Your future self is really calling you to bring into balance both your masculine and your feminine. And we have Saturn in Virgo here, 6th house. So with these cards coming out together, I feel like there's definitely this energy that you're afraid to be alone. And like we were saying, there's someone in your life, maybe multiple people in your life, that your future self is wanting you to let go of, but you're afraid to be alone and be isolated. But you won't be alone. This flower is blooming. Through loss, there is new growth. expansion, new love coming into your life. And just keeping someone around just because you don't want to be alone is not the healthiest thing anyways. Your future self wants you to stay devoted to yourself first. And then when you truly love yourself and truly believe in your worth, that is when your ideal partners coming in, where your ideal friendships, business partners, all of that are coming in. You'll be vibrating on that same frequency. So yeah, don't hang on to people just because you're afraid of being alone. You will be okay. There are beautiful relationships coming in the future for you. There's so much abundance, so much beauty here. So let's wrap this up. Let's see. So your future self, which is connected to your higher self, but your future self really wants you to know that in the future, you will be healed. And the big message that came through in the beginning is you are not broken. And there might be some people in your life that have made you feel that way or made you think that you're not whole or that you're not deserving of the best, but you are. And there's no need to have people like that around. You only deserve to be treated with respect, love, loyalty, all of that. You are a beautiful person and you deserve the best. And sometimes you might be hard on yourself too, but trust that there is better out there. Don't hang around or hang on to things just because you're afraid of being alone or afraid of the unknown. Because, in the unknown is when this abundance and this beauty is coming to you. In the future, you're going to have enough abundance to travel, to go out to eat, to go to the theater, to do whatever creative hobby you want to do. So don't be afraid to invest in yourself and into your well-being now. And those are the main messages your future self has for you today, group number 2. I hope this reading resonated. I hope you got the messages, the guidance that you needed at this time. If you did get value from this reading, please subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, leave a comment if you wish. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can at kittyoutsidethebox.com. I'll leave that listed in the description box as well. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the best. I love you so much, group number 2, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome, group number 3, to your reading, Messages from Your Future Self. Chose this deck here and this rune. So this is the rune of fertility, new growth, new opportunities. So your future self wants you to know that life ahead of you is very fertile, is very abundant. There's a lot of opportunities. I feel like life is going to be busy in a beautiful way. For some of you, there will be a baby in the future, or multiple. For those of you who are of the age and who are wanting it, there's definitely energy of family, but also creating a business and just still having a lot of growth and expansion, opportunity, blessings coming into your life. So we're going to set this here and see how that fits in to your reading. So thank you so much for being here, group number 3. Thank you to your guides, to my guides, to your future self for assisting with today's reading. We're going to get some charms to start off. What messages do you have for group number 3, future self of group number 3? We got a lot here. Wow, we have dragon. I feel like you're really going to be stepping into your power. A lot of passion, a lot of protection too. You can really be connected to the dragon spirits here. And then we have mermaid. So I feel like your future self wants you to know, like, your wildest dreams, things you thought were just a fantasy, are possible, are coming true in the future. With just 2 of these mythical creatures here, I feel like your wildest dreams are going to be coming true. You're really weaving and creating the future that you want. Your future self wants you to know the work you're putting in now, the dedication you're putting into now is creating the life of your dreams in the future. 2 to 5 years from now, you're going to be living your dreams. You have the umbrella. Yeah, there's a lot of safety. I don't know if any of you are worried about safety or protection for whatever reason, but there's there's safety and protection here for you in the future, that's for sure. Some of you may be living in a climate where it rains a lot, but the umbrella really is about safety and protection. Yeah, and that's what I saw with the dragon, which is interesting. Yeah, you will be safe, you will be provided for, you will be protected. There's a lot of abundance and opportunities here. So those of you that are really worried about things right now, your future self wants you to keep up the hard work, the dedication here, weaving your life. You're really, you might be just starting this web here, but you are really weaving, creating the life of your dreams, and you will be safe and protected. Your dreams are coming true. And yeah, you are stronger than you give yourself credit for, and you're very creative. And I feel like you're being called to really pursue your creative abilities and talents and hobbies. This creative energy with Ingwa's here too. Yeah, there's a lot of creative energy here. You are meant to create in whatever way fits for you. Interesting. Okay. Spirit, future self, group number 3. What messages do you have for group number 3 today? What messages do you have for group number 3 today? Oh, you have the devil in reverse. You will have let go of any dependency. Perhaps this could be an addiction, a codependent relationship, a bad habit. Your future self wants you to know you will be letting go of that. And they also could be suggesting that you do that now as well. So this could be really anything. This could even be using your phone too much. It could be toxic relationships, watching the news a lot, things that just don't bring your energy up, they bring you down. Definitely addiction energies here. For any of you dealing with addictions of any sort, your future self wants you to know you are overcoming that. And that could be like what this safety is about. You are safe. Maybe there's been some codependent relationship, toxic relationship. You're being really called to leave that. You will be safe and protected. You have Capricorn energy. Spirit, future self of group number 3. What messages do you have? Can you expand on this? What future messages do you, or what messages do you have? We have 2 cards. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse here. And also the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So we have a lot of earth energy here, especially Capricorn, but Taurus and Virgo as well. You could be dealing with someone else, I'm really seeing. There could be someone that's been in your life that maybe isn't very committal, isn't very stable. And this could also be your energy. Maybe you're feeling like you're not stable financially right now, or you don't have the job you want or the money you want, or there could be someone in your life that you feel like is trying to take away your abundance from you. You could be in a situation where there is someone trying to use you or get money from you. It could be a difficult situation revolving material things and resources here. And your future self wants you to know you are safe from that. You are safe from anything, wrongdoings from a specific person. Take what resonates. But if you've been dealing with anyone that you're worried is going to take away your freedom, your abundance, you are going to be safe and protected. You are strong. You've got this. But also, you'll be moving on from relationships like this. You're going to have more stable relationships with other people, especially in love, but it can be any sort of relationship here. And your future self wants you to not be afraid to invest in yourself. To invest in your health, your well-being, your education, because investing can mean time. It can mean money. Perhaps there's been excuses, that's what they're saying, excuses to not do things, to learn things, to experience things, whatever it is, because you say you can't spend money or whatever. But what are you putting your time to? That could be what this devil energy is. Maybe you're putting money towards things that aren't very important, putting your time towards things. Like your future self wants to say you do have time, you do have resources, you can find the time to learn, you can find the time to work out, you can find the time to do whatever it is that you should do and want to do for yourself. And that there's just some excuses going on, and sometimes it might not, the excuses seem very valid, and they can be, but there's always enough time, and your future self wants you to invest in yourself, in your future, in your well-being. What messages do you have? We have another court card in the King, or in the Pentacles. And this is the King of Pentacles upright. I feel like investing in yourself and in your future and your well-being is going to really pay off. You're definitely going to be safe, protected, and abundant here in the future. So your future self is like, don't be afraid to invest in yourself now. Why not start now? Why not start to work on your health and work on your abundance and work on creating the career, whatever it is you want now? You just need to take some time and really tap into that Capricorn energy. Have some structure, have some discipline, and then that's related to Saturn, delayed gratification. The best things in life take time, especially when it comes to abundance and health. You might not see results instantly, so your future self wants you to start a plan that's sustainable, like working out 15 minutes a day, spending 15 minutes a day working on that job application, or whatever it is for you specifically. This is a general reading, but your future self really is like, now is the time to start co-creating the life you want. There's so much abundance and potential here. This talks about limitless potential, and you have that. And you have time. That keeps coming through. You do. It's time. This web here, it's time to start creating the future you want. And the sooner you get started, the quicker you'll get to this King of Pentacles energy, this abundance, this freedom. What messages do you have, future self, of group number 3? What messages do you have for group number 3? Wow, another pentacle here, and it's the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you guys are going to be getting some sort of idea, inspiration, insight that can really lead to something abundant, and your future self is like, act on it. It's going to really lead you down an abundant, amazing road. Follow that insight, that intuition, whatever it is. There's a lot of worry here about the future, about finances, about family. Some of you guys might be worried about your family situation, or worried you won't have a family. Some of you guys could be dealing with money issues within the family, and that there could be some toxicity related around that. Things will be okay. Again, you're protected. If someone is trying to take money from you, you are protected and safe. Your future self wants you to know everything will work out. But yeah, for those of you dealing with some family drama, family money drama specifically, maybe even regarding a father, it's going to be okay. And if you're worried about the well-being of your family and the future of your family, there is abundance and safety and security in your future. And so you may be wanting to start your own business, and this is confirmation that you should do that if that is something you're called to do so. And this could be like sharing some sort of creative thing, something you create. But there's a lot of emphasis here on money. You will be abundant, you will be okay, but you need to invest in yourself and invest in time into bettering your life. If you are so worried about money, about abundance, about whether or not you'll have a family, or whether or not you'll be able to provide for your family, like, what actions are you taking? Maybe you're being called to invest in like a financial advisor, or create a budget. Like, really take the time to do that, because time is a resource too. Really work on how you use your resources, especially your time and your money, and how it relates to your goals, and set simple steps that you can take every day and stay disciplined to it, and you will create the life you want. You have limitless potential, group number 3. You will be able to do anything you set your mind to. You just have to set your mind to it and stick with it. And your future self could be calling some of you guys to let go of relationships in your life where they're not committal, where they're just taking from you. they're not supportive of you. They're takers. I don't know, that word keeps coming up in readings the past few days. But they're takers, like they just want something from you. Like it's this dependency thing, like, and especially money and resources. Because in the future, you're going to have a relationship or relationships like with multiple people that are very abundant and they're very loving, very giving. It's, equal give and take. They're very stable. They're very committed to you. So there's certain people maybe you're hanging on to in your life right now because you're not sure what else is out there. Maybe you're even a little codependent on them as well in some sense. Your future self is calling you to let go. There's unlimited possibilities out there, unlimited potential, including people. There's 8 billion people here. You will find someone that treats you right, that is supportive of you. So it might be time to let go of certain relationships or spend less time with them. I know that a lot of these people could be family. So maybe you'll still have to associate with them, but maybe you can take your distance and set some boundaries. Setting boundaries with them is the least you can do, because when you assert your boundaries, you'll be feeling at peace and feeling well and protected. So yeah, if you feel like there's people in your life, and especially family, you can't cut off, setting boundaries, not letting them use your time or your money or whatever it is something your future self is advising at this time. What messages does the future self have for group number 3? The waterfall. Inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. Yes, we were talking about how you're stepping into your power. You are so powerful. Maybe you don't feel that way lately because you've been dealing with family issues, money issues, whatever it is, but you have unlimited potential. You are so much power, and your future self wants you to know you're really stepping into your confidence, into your power, claiming your place. I feel like some of you guys could be stepping into a position at work where you're more powerful, a leadership role in some sense. You're setting boundaries, that's for sure. But yeah, things are about to be a lot different. You're going to have a lot better relationships because you're really, setting boundaries, and you know your worth, and you aren't afraid to assert yourself when you need to. What messages do you have for group number 3? She who flows. Ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. Ooh, yes. I do get that sense. We kind of were talking about how you might cling on to people or relationships, a little dependency in some sense, and Spirit's calling you to let go, to go with the flow of life, be open to change, especially when it comes to relationships, jobs, whatever it is that comes through life, because these changes that are coming are for the best. There's new opportunities coming for you, your future self is saying, brand new opportunities, and you don't want fear or like just being uncomfortable with change to stop you from getting these amazing new opportunities, because these new opportunities are bringing you financial freedom, time freedom, creative freedom. They're allowing you to step into your power, to feel confident, to feel like free is really coming with. So yeah, be open to change, go with the flow, because there are a lot of changes and new opportunities coming into your life. And positive changes too. It might be uncomfortable at first, especially if you're someone, earth signs, especially like maybe you're a Taurus, no shade, I'm a Taurus, could be, a little bit difficult with change, or any of the fixed signs. But Spirit wants you to know, your future self wants you to know these new opportunities in your life are really what you want, what you've been trying to manifest. So be open to that. And maybe just going with the flow with your family. If there's been some issues with family, maybe you've just been trying to control the outcome with your kids, with your whoever it is. Just be open to change. Let them do their thing. Let them go their own way for a while. Let them make their own mistakes. And just go with the flow of life, maybe even a little controlling over family members in some sense. And you're being called to go with the flow with your own life, and also let others just flow with their lives. Of course, be there for them if you want to be, but you don't need to try and control their actions, even if you think or know it's best for them. Your future self is like, just let them, go with the flow. Yeah, because there is some energy here that could be something to do with children and family. Interesting. Okay, Spirit, future self, what messages do you have for group number 3? We have here Mars in Leo, egotism, fifth house. Yeah, the fifth house can have to do with dating, with children. I feel like there's someone in your life, yeah, that's kind of had a big ego, and we kind of had that energy of a taker here, you know? They might expect things from you. Well, on the bottom we have another Mars and Aries, impulsiveness. Ego might get in the way of the changes. You know, there's new opportunities coming, changes coming through. And I feel like any of the issues you've been having with other people, especially family, ego has been getting in the way. And Spirit's calling you just like, your future self's calling you to just let that go. Everyone's ego is inflated right now. Everyone thinks they know the best. And your future self's like, just go with the flow. It will all work out for you. Because everyone's just going to keep butting heads. They all have their own, you know, think they're have the best, whatever their opinion is, they think is the best. And I feel like there's a lot of clashing here within the family, especially whatever these dynamics are that we're picking up on. And your future self is just go with the flow. Things will work out. And maybe there's certain people in your life that are living through ego, and maybe it's time to distance yourself from them, because I feel like you're very grounded. Your future self definitely is. And there's people around you that will be the same. They'll be very grounded, very abundant, very open, very, you know, very loving. And there could be some people in your life that maybe just aren't there yet. I feel like you've done a lot of spiritual healing, especially your future self, but you too. And there could be people in your life that just aren't as awake, you know, like they haven't done the healing work, and your future self is calling you to look at it through that lens. Like they just are, everyone's seeing the world and the situation in a different perspective, and you can't really like force them to see it your way, or you can't really force people to heal or do the inner work. They have to do it on their own time. And I feel like Spirit's calling you, your future self is calling you to just go with the flow, let them do their own thing. Everything will work out eventually. And if you guys separate or, you know, spend time much together, so be it. It's for the best, for the good of all. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, take what resonates for your situation. That's definitely coming through for someone here. This could just be how your relationships are in general right now. And your future self wants you to know that there will be more stable relationships in the future. And this flipped out, or like slid out, lost. Yeah, there could be certain relationships where it's just based on lust and ego right now for those, especially they're like dating. But if you're having issues in your relationships of any kind, wow, drama just came out too, that your relationships are going to improve. And right now it's just best to let go of control and know that everything's going to work out for the best, whether you stay together, stay as friends, whatever your dynamics are or not. Everything's going to work out, and you're going to have major improvement in your relationships overall. Some of you guys might, you know, not have a family now, or not be spending a lot of time with your family now. And if that's something you want, you will have that in the future. What else, Spirit? Let's get another card too. We have, well, another Mars in Virgo with criticism. Yeah, people are pointing fingers at each other. There's arguments going on with other people here. Spirit's just saying it's time to change these dynamics, go with the flow. And, you know, we might be trying to get our own points across to each other, and it's just not working. We won't, you know, you can't force people to see things the way you do, and they can't force you. So it's better just to let it go. Wow. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of relationship changes here. And I feel like this is just some advice coming through from your future self to ease things right now. Wow, and then we have friendship. This is a lot of your readings about relationships here. New friendships are coming. So we have Cancer, or the moon in Cancer, fourth house. The fourth house is also family, home. So a lot of you are, those having trouble with your family life, things are going to improve. If you're having, you know, lack of friendship, lack of family, lack of relationships, you're going to have those in the future. And if there are certain friends you have in your life you're just keeping around because you're afraid of being alone or whatever, No, you don't need to do that. There are going to be limitless relationships in the future. So many people coming into your life that are aligned with you. But yeah, there's going to be definitely improvement or changes for the better within your family dynamics, within your friendships, within your relationships overall. And if you've been going through a difficult time, you are protected. You have so much power within you. You can get through whatever difficult time you are going through. Group number 3, there are beautiful, bountiful, endless new possibilities and abundance coming to you. New beginnings are coming. So if you've been going through a rough time, especially in relationships and money stuff with family, things will be improving. So there's an improvement in your dynamics, your relationships, like we keep saying, and also improvement in your finances, and you're going to be feeling more powerful, like healthier, more confident in the next few years for sure. And your future self wanted to come through and give you some clarity, some guidance, and some insight on the future for you today. So I hope that resonated. I hope you got messages, guidance, insight that you needed at this time. If you did find this reading valuable, please subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, leave a comment. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so at kittyoutsidethebox.com. I'll leave that in the description as well. I'm so grateful you're here. I wish you all the best. I love you so much, group number 3, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.